Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.
Yeah. Gary, many congratulations. A tough start to the game, but after that you must be really pleased with the way you performed then.
Towards the end, yes. I mean, I must admit I was right off my game at the start. I've never walked out in Alexander Palace to a reception like that. That did catch me off guard. That did, you know. It's, I mean, if that had been in Scotland, yeah, fair enough. But Ali Pally, that was something else. You know, that took a lot just to take in. But you know, yeah, like I say, what was the first? Was it 96 I left myself and he takes it 161. That's what Boris does, you know. Played him many times in the Pro Tour and you expect that from him because that's what he does. And he's too big to argue with afterwards. But he's a big lad, you know, very good dart player, very good dart player.
It's been almost 2 weeks since your opening game against Simon Whitlock. Did it almost feel like you're starting a tournament yet again?
It does, it all does. I mean, there's been years that I think I've had 2, maybe 3 games. You'll know, book one of them know. 2 games before Christmas, and that kind of gets you in. But yeah, 13 days I think it was. Yeah. Has a lot of practice.
And that 102 checkout early in set 4, do you feel that was a moment that really broke Boris's spirit in that game?
Set 4, I can't remember. 102, single 20, treble 14 was it?
That was it,
yeah. Treble 14's a good 182, but like I say, he done it with the 161. You know, sitting on 96, he bangs a 161, and it does hurt. It does hurt, but we got there. We got through at the end. Towards the end of the game, there was more 140s, 180s, and yeah, felt a bit more comfortable up there.
And up next to you tomorrow night is Brendan Dolan. Expecting another tough test from Brendan?
Always. I mean, people kind of right. Brendan's one of these dart players that people they don't even kind of mention. But I've played darts a long time with Brendan, even back in the BDO days. And trust me, he's a cracking dart player. You know, he just gets on with it. People think he slows you down. He doesn't. That's the way Brendan plays. You know, lovely lad. You do have a good laugh with him, and that'll be a toughie. Yeah.
Thanks, Gary. Well done.
Thank you,
Gary. Many congratulations. You touched on the atmosphere out there. Is that the best you've ever known it here at Alexandra Palace?
What, a Scotsman in London?
Yeah.
It is. I bet that's the best thing you've ever heard. I've never experienced anything like that in me 13, 14 years that I've played here. That was something else. That was definitely caught me off guard.
Your little section of the draw involves a 16-year-old Luke Littler. Has he caught your eye?
Now see, we're going to say this now because we had another youngster called Josh Rock that all use press and everything else have absolutely destroyed. So if it ever goes tits up with Luke, give yourselves a pat on the back because that's the way it's going. Let the boy play darts. I've been downstairs today and he's had cameras, Zoom calls, Sky meetings. Let the boy play darts. You know, he's had a great tournament, he's done well. What happens if it all goes Pete Tong now? No, you boys have ruined that, haven't you? So let the boy play darts. He's 16-year-old, playing well. And just like Josh Rock, fantastic player, but you've knocked him back about 2-3 years.
Because of where you've come from in terms of your form to where you are now, if you could go on and win a third world title, would this be the most special from the distance that you've come to win it?
I don't know, it's a 50-50. It'd be great to win it, yes, but if you do win it, he's going to have me working all the time. But, you know, and you know, I'm like for saying no to things, but no, listen, just to be here, just to get past the first round, that was enough for me. You know, Simon Whitlock first game, I went, what a draw you can get first round of the Worlds, you know. So yeah, and we'll sneak through to the next one.
Okay, many congratulations.
Thank you.
Gary, that first set when Boris took out the 161, did that really wake you up and you realise you were in a huge game?
Yeah, my nuts are still shaking. Sorry, Gary. Well, it's Christmas and we're having a laugh. No, it is not. These are the kind of shots that when you set up something nice. We've had in the Pro Tour, I can't remember who it was, Andrew Gilden. absolutely hammer him on score, and he took a 170, 1-4, I think it was a 1-4-1, 1-4-5, and then he wired a 170 at the back of me, and I'd already missed Arts the double, and he absolutely hammered me. But they shots hurt, you know, they do hurt. If you're sitting on even if you've had a few darts at a double, and they take the big scores out, they're the ones that really kick you in the guts.
There's a lot of seeds that have fallen this tournament, going twice, treat it right, to name a couple. Does that keep you on your toes when you're seeing these big names fall and you don't want to be next?
I don't know. Where's my seed? I'm about 294 now, am I not? I'm that far down the road, don't care, you know, but it's nice for an old boy at 21 seed being still in the tournament and some of the boys are out, you know, but listen, I can play darts, I could play number 1 seed, I could play 128 seed, you've still got to beat them, you know, so it's a tough old game nowadays.
You talked about being written off during your interview. Is that very much a motivation for yourself?
What, you boys write me off? Nah, you wouldn't do that to me, would you? Listen, I like it, you know, I've always liked being in the shadows, on the back skirt, and then just go up and play darts. You know, if you win, fantastic. If you lose, you're expected to lose, so you've got no worries whatsoever.
Gary, just picking up on what you said about Luke, he's playing so well we can't help it. You know, what should we do? Not
keep going. Keep having that boy be mic'd up and sitting doing interviews when he should be in the practice board. Carry on. I've seen it 1,000 times. Every year we see a boy coming through the rank. Honestly, you have not got a clue how many young dart players we see coming through the system. Well, this is going to be the next big thing. That's it. Pressure's on him. All goes Pete Tong. Where is he now? We've seen it in the past. You go through the darts over the last 10 years, how many youngsters have come through that you've all said this is going to be the next big thing? Where are they? You tell me, where are they now?
So you reckon
we just leave it on Luke there for now, please.
Okay.
Just guys got another game to play before he gets as far as that, please.
If he gets that far.
I have one about Boris. Do you think with the level he's playing at, he has a chance to rise up in upcoming time?
Boris is a cracking player, absolutely fantastic player. Like I say, I've played him a few times. He watches doubles very rarely where it's 3 darts in his hand or 1 dart. If he has a shot at that double, it goes, you know, so yeah.
Yeah, and one about the match. Well, when you took out 102, Boris Boris before, he busted his score. Do you think that this was the moment when he dipped down in his motivation in the game?
It was like the 161.
Yeah, but it was this time before, but after the break it's different.
Well, I think the only time I noticed that his scoring dropped was the 5th set. 4th set.
Yeah, because there was a moment when you both got 140, 180, 140, 180. You got 11 darter, he got I think 14 darter, and then he suddenly
scoring starts. Yeah. If you're playing somebody that's scoring constantly, pressure's on you all the time. You know, that's when you rely on the big finishes to come out. But if you're doing 140, 140, 140, 81. That's what you want to do every single leg. It
always wins you games.
Yeah. So, but no, fantastic player, you know. Soft tip, absolutely, he doesn't get beaten soft tip. Yeah. And I think in a few years' time, he won't be losing too many matches at steel tip either.
Yeah, I hope so. We need more players.
I don't hope so. I've got to play him.
I mean, I hope for the sake of competition, not for
No, he'll be about for darts for a long time. Very good dart player. Okay.
Gary, I remember speaking to you in Leicester and we was talking about the big performance.
I was never in Leicester.
I remember talking about the big performances that people seem to put in against you. Gurney at the match play is the one that sticks in my mind. What you thinking, here we go again, when you ping that 161?
It's one of these things, but I'm actually in a very good place just now. You know, I'm here to play darts and I'll try my damnedest. And if it doesn't work out, I get to go home. If it does, I'm stuck in this wonderful place called London. So it's either way.
It was nearly a ton average today. Where do you see your game at the moment? Do you think the level that you're playing at now isn't good enough to capture a third world title?
Well, it's not, because under 100 average, that's not me. I'm between 104 and 112. That's my normal game. So I've got to go up the way. I've got to play darts how I have been playing. And then once I get to there, can they match me? That's the thing. Because I'm ranked 21 in the world doesn't mean I can't beat your number 1 or your number 2. Trust me, I'll give them. They don't want to play me. Simple as that.
You mentioned that sometimes the media can write you off. Do you think the players sometimes do that as well?
do I ever care about the media or players? No. So if you think I'll worry about it and have sleepless nights thinking about you lot and players, sorry lads, unfortunately I sleep like a baby.
Huge well done, Gary. Thank you.
Thank you.
Gary, the draw's opened up for you now. It really has.
It's opened after the first round. Well, after the second round, Wade, Nathan, Gilron going out to Brendan. It's. I've just seen Van Gillen on telly there rubbing his hands. But he's got a tough one, Stephen Bunton.
He's playing 1-0.
Yeah. 1-0, yeah.
1-0.
That's, Stephen's been playing cracking darts, but listen, the way this sport is now, it's anyone can win it.
Do you think your experience, given you've got 16, you've got Brendan hasn't been this far for ages, that's going to count for something, sure?
No, I don't think it does. It's one of these things, it's all in tonight, practice board, hitting everything. And in my head, that's the wrong thing to do. Because you go on that stage and you can't hit a treble to save your life. Because you go on the practice board, can't hit anything, go into that stage, and you hit everything. Work that one out. It just doesn't make sense. So you never know until you go out there and play darts, It's, but like I say, Brendan, people say he's a dark horse. He's no dark horse. Brendan Dolan is a cracking darter.
My interpretation of you, Gary, this is from when you won in 15 and 16, is that something fires you up, the media, a pundit or something, and you grab onto that and you end up winning and winning to prove people wrong. Is that a fair assessment, Gary? That you
nah, it's just that's just a myth. That's just a myth. I do get peed off, with people. It's because 99.9% of the time they've not got a clue what they're saying. They've not got a clue. It's one of these things, People have lives, we're not here just to play darts and keep everybody happy. We have a life, Some days it goes well, some days it doesn't. It's like a normal job. You might turn up to do your newspapers one day and have a right bitch of a day, and it goes all wrong. You know what the day's like. Exactly the same with darts, snooker, golf. I'm going to say fishing, but never have a bad day fishing. But it's just one of these things. Life is life, If everything was that easy, then God help us all.
The public don't think that. I never get the impression from the public that you're off it, thinking that it has been. Because look at the reception tonight and what I see on social media.
I don't buy newspapers and I don't go on computers, so I know nothing. Yeah. I don't even know who's running the country nowadays. It's been that long since I've looked at it. I don't want to. But I don't care. I mean, I've got my bubble, my family and that's it. Everything outside it, carry on. It's one of these things. And that's the best way to be nowadays.
Introducing the Paddy Power World Darts Championships.